I'm the Bearded Eagle, and today we're going to get the plants in the ground for this year's garden, so stick with me. We're going to reuse some things you might have around the house for planters. As you know, my assistant, Hailey. We'll see you out there.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Thank you. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna repurpose this plastic. I don't need these bins, so I'm gonna turn them into 1 foot deep planting bins. So we're just gonna use the tape measure, make a mark, and then cut all the way around them. We're just gonna do 2 right now, and eventually we'll keep building them. Cut them a room of 10 inches. We've got 2 bins. What we'll do now is cut some holes in the bottom for drainage. You want to do that down here on this lowest point. And then we're going to put some soil in and get some seeds and some blackberries and some other stuff started. So wherever my drill is, somewhere trying to find it. So what we'll do, take my knife, poke very specific size holes in very specific locations. And then just like any good stab wound, give it a good twist, make sure it doesn't heal. Okay. Alright, let's go one in the middle just for good measure. Probably not going to matter. Alright, now we've got draining bins here for our plants. I'm going to experiment with something here. Okay, so this edge is pretty rough. I'm going to use this deer, I think this is the hide cutter. I'm just going to clean up that edge so that the kids don't cut themselves. This is probably overkill for some people. Close that back up. Alright, so now we got some bins. We're just going to put a piece of tape over the rest. again, that's not really necessary, but with the kids, it's better just get rid of the sharp corner, right? Fewer trips to the emergency room. Okay, we're gonna do that. Next one, and there you go. 2 relatively weatherproof draining bins from stuff you find around the house. Let's get these plants in the ground, shall we? Well, not the ground. Let's get these plants in our bins. First thing we're going to do for the seeds that we're going to be starting is get this egg carton ready. So all I've done is cut the lid off. Next thing we're going to do is poke a tiny hole in the middle of each one. During the germination process, seeds need to be moist for, I think it's like 48 hours, solid. And then after that, it's not 100% of the time, but it still should be moist during this phase of germination. Part, we're going to fill each of these with soil. Go ahead.
Can I even it out?
Yep, even it out. For the first row, we'll do cauliflower. These are the little seeds. You go ahead and put one in each. Okay. Pick a row. Yep. Now go to this next one. Okay. Now all you're going to do is cover it up. Cover it up. Good job. So the first row next to the tab is cauliflower. Alright, up next, we're going to do broccoli. And these are the seeds for the broccoli. We're just going to plant those in the middle there. Okay, cover those up. And for the final row, we're going to do these itty bitty celery seeds. There we go. So we're going to put a couple of those in each hole in the final row. And lastly, all we're going to do is give them just a tiny bit of water and get that germination process started. And I'll just use the lid of the egg carton to catch the water. Okay, next thing is Hailey brought home some beans that she started at school. So we're going to get those into its own little soil. It looks like there's 2 or 3 that may have been germinated. So we're going to get those going. And this is, I believe, Lima bean. So first thing, Hailey's going to depress a nice little hole in the middle for these lima beans to go in. And now that that's in there, you can kind of put the seed down there and put a little bit more soil on top.
Can I take it out? There's one more seed in there.
This one hasn't finished germinating, so we're going to put that in there anyway, but we're going to make it bounce that up just in case.
Cover?
And then we're going to put a little bit of soil on the top of that. Next thing we're going to do is build a little rectangular structure around each one of these. It'll sit inside, mainly just to give the blackberry while it grows up. These are pretty young. Something to hold on to, something to train it, and then I can weave the branches in the wire to keep that thing contained and train that year over year to stay there. So we'll fill these bins. Once we're done with that, we'll fill these up about halfway, a little over halfway. All I've just done was measuring, using the sides of this bin to eye it, doing 2 lengths this way and 2 lengths the other way. And then I'm really just approximating because it doesn't need to be exact. I can always overlap if I need to overlap to make up some extra. And if I'm a couple squares short, I can make this thing smaller. It doesn't need to be perfect. And I'm just going to make 2 of the same. So I'm going to use this as my template and measure another piece the same. So now you can see I've got the plants in. I'm just gonna put a little extra soil in there. Maybe we're all ready to go. So these are gonna go outside in the garden.
Plant the plants in our garden that we made in the other video that we made yesterday.
Put these tarps down, hoping to help kill all this stuff underneath. Now we're just kind of crunching some of the dead stuff down there. So where do you want to put our blackberries? We're going to get big. Back here. We do have a lima bean Hailey made in school. Nope. We'll have all these going and we'll keep adding to it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next episode.
All right, well, thanks for watching. We got the celery, broccoli, and cauliflower started, as well as...
That's in the pool house.
Yep, that's in the pool house. But we gave our blackberries and lima bean a new home. So now we're going to continue as the season produces, and we will continue to grow new vegetables, right?
Yeah.
All right, good job, bud.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Thank you.